first down, it's long. And the Niners get there and bring him down. DeForest Buckner breaking through to get him for a loss of 7.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like.
To throw on second down is long. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down.
So many screen passes. Result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball takes the flag. Because he's eager to get the pass. Sometimes he's very worried about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they were able to get to him.
Third and long, it's long. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. And bring it down here up at about the 22-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a third down. Out is Rigobert Sanchez on 4th down to put this thing. Back deep, Trent Taylor. I'm so bitch, I'm getting lost. We smoke boys, bitch. Y'all be smoking that shit. I'm cool with my lovers. And I want me slow on. This is taken at the 23. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Niners are going up. They'll never be drunk. They take your ass down. Chevy with them breakfast on. Keep this shit 100. I keep this shit 300. I pull up 1st and 10. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations. But a guy of his size, can't really hide him. With the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
The beauty of GoPuff is that we have our own warehouse. So we're not sending someone to the store. We're actually packing it here. The order comes in, we pack it, and it's on its way.
And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
And we always bring the items to the warehouse. Our goal is to deliver anything you need. Our bags, we're going to give it to us right there, and we're going to right here.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there, not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On second down, here's Garoppolo. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
And that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out in the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Jamal Shear
bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make it third down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Goodwin able to haul it in. That's the first catch in the game for Goodwin. It's a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down. Garoppolo going to try and throw on third. This will be caught at about the 6. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's first and goal.
So crazy.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And across the goal line, into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Niners are able to cash in for 6. Gold with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The CD last year, we talked a lot about how good the New Orleans Saints draft was. Well, this year, I think the winner was the Colts. They landed 2 draft picks on the NFL All-Pro team.
Yeah, you're talking about their first-rounder guard Quentin Nelson out of Notre Dame, and their second-rounder linebacker Darius Leonard out of South Carolina State. Both of them making first-team All-Pro as rookies. The first rookie teammates to do that since 1965. How about Dick Butkus and Gale Sayers with the Chicago Bears? Not so bad, huh?
Hard to believe that that has to go all the way back to 1965 to find the last time that happened.
It really is hard to believe. And then add this, an underrated second-round pick, guard Braden Smith, who they played at right tackle, helped fortify the offensive line for the Colts.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's third down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Off of play action. Luck. And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
Not a blitz, but the guy who's normally the last line of defense recognizes he had a chance to get to the quarterback, and that's exactly what he did.
They are going for it. It's Luck. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Breaking the huddle, first and goal as the return team has set him up with golden field position. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Now he steps away.
Oh, I should never shot that.
At the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. An exciting week with a divisional round coming up on the NFC side of things, Charles. Dallas at L.A., the Rams. Philadelphia at New Orleans.
I want to turn it up because I didn't want to, like, you know what I'm saying? That's the only reason I turn it up a little bit.
Los Angeles Rams. The Rams feel like they've got
not even sleeping,
back down the stretch on offense. Dallas feels like they can pound and bruise against anyone with Ezekiel Elliott carrying the load. That's going to be a marquee game. And how about Philadelphia, New Orleans, the defending Super Bowl champs? Here comes Nick Foles again. New Orleans, the #1 seed at home. They don't lose at home in the Drew Brees, Sean Payton era in the playoffs. This is going to be fun. Remember, they played earlier this year, and New Orleans wiped out Philadelphia.
And you'll be calling that game. Enjoy it, partner.
Can't wait.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
There's Love, and he connects with Ebron. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Good for a Colt first down. The former Lion Ebron there bringing it in from Andrew Luck. They go play action here on first down. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Throwing his Love. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Well, with that incompletion, Charles, a big story, as it always is come January. Head coaching changes around the NFL. If you count the situations in Cleveland, in Green Bay, that's 8 openings all told.
And that's about the number people were starting to predict somewhere around mid-season. I think out of all of them, the Marvin Lewis situation in Cincinnati, he had been there for 16 years. Many thought he might stay, but it seemed like it was a mutual deal where he decided to step down. But out of all of them, there may be 1 or 2 that may recirculate within the league and be a head coach at another spot.
Tough for Steve Wilks after just 1 season to be let go.
Yeah, that doesn't happen very often in this league. He was the unfortunate recipient of way too many injuries on his team. Never got a chance to get off the ground.
That Garoppolo throwing on 2nd. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Well, while we have a second, let's look ahead of the divisional round of the AFC. Of course, Indianapolis and Kansas City kicking things off. And Charles, the Colts 4-0 all-time versus KC in the playoffs. They're becoming a pretty trendy pick.
They really are. And a lot of it is because of the strength of their offensive and defensive lines. Not to mention how Andrew Luck is playing in his comeback season here in 2018. But Kansas City, the #1 seed, they're seeking to break that trend of losing games in the playoffs at home that they shouldn't. But this is another opportunity with Patrick Mahomes leading the way.
Speaking of losing games in the playoffs, Phillip Rivers and the Chargers 0-7, including the playoffs against New England with Tom Brady at quarterback. Can they stem the tide?
This is their opportunity. No better chance for the Chargers to get it done. As I always say to you, if not now, Chargers, when? Even though it is going to New England.
And it's incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. They're going to go. It's Love. And it will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. For San Francisco, Charles, earlier we discussed Jimmy Garoppolo the year he had after the injury. They had to scramble really a quarterback, but now they're going to have the number 2 overall pick because of the injury-riddled 4-12 campaign. Where do you think they go?
They'll have different options, too, because many will say secondary. They just had 2 interceptions all year long. Worst in the NFL. Pass rush, to me, it's edge rusher, because I think they get the rush inside with DeForest Buckner. I think he does a really nice job for them. But could they trade back for number 2? I think they'll be sitting by the phone saying, hey, you guys want to talk? We're agreeable to that.
It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you're looking for some separation in this ball game.
Adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt, show them one thing, hit them with something else.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now Garoppolo. They'll roll him out right. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And they get 14 yards there and a first down. Play action. Garoppolo. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
This is Breida. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they get very fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from the leaders, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
The Niners on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional right safety value. Throw one to him every so often, but more than mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver. We asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his mannerisms. Brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. How about when they really saw competitiveness? That's what they really liked about it. So he goes out to the football, competes for it, and
They
decides
ride
when
it
it's
with
in the air,
soap,
it's his and only his.
I get that. Just leave that over there because I gotta find stuff over there. I get it. What chair? The couch? I'm just saying, my jacket's that's on that couch. I get it. I get it off there.
Was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the 4th and final quarter.
My niggas keep my tools, make them blow some.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means it might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. Flushed out. And it fires one, but incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And Gold is able to put it through. And the lead moves to 10-10. A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, let a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now, because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
That's fielded in the end zone. Gets around him. Nice little juke. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And the Colts getting ready to go. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held it to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
Factored in.
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Here's Luck now on 2nd down. Going for the deep ball. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there for Andy. And even 40 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's. That's exactly what they did there.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. To the right side of Eric Ebron. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there at 22.
Jumped off the board back then, went extra stacks and so convenient. Seems like the athletes just stay right there, right by the field. Loco, he stayed in dough on bricks if he was selling meat. 18 for exotic Chirac selling 36.
Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. From the red zone now, Love. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 11 more on that one and another first down. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Again, Luck. Dancing to his hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And this is going to be 49er football.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the fourth quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. Garoppolo looking to throw. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. The play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Eluding the pressure right. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Kenny Moore that time there on the coverage. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. Now Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin.
Holy crap.
Big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending the guy downfield with the in route accompanying it. What people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. Go for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover it? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
Oh, Garoppolo's going to throw it. Gets this one left side to Pettis. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down at will.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play his own defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? It creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can make a play on the football.
Garoppolo now. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here. We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change when they do go for it in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. So, Charles, are able to complete what so often seems to be elusive, a shutout in the NFL, and maybe what's fit. Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago. This crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Fitzpatrick now to throw on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their 38.
Here we go. Hurry up. Hurry up.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. It goes as a loss of 6. And now third down.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
That last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on third. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against the zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are coming off successive 5-11 seasons. That got Dirk Cutter fired. This is a team, Charles, that has not won a playoff game since winning Super Bowl 37. You know, earlier you talked about Jameis Winston needing to cut down on the interceptions. What else needs to happen in Tampa?
They've got to fix the defense. Dirk Cutter led the offense, and they put up big numbers. But defensively, they've been abysmal for the last few seasons. They ended up letting their defensive coordinator go during the year last year, but never could make enough plays to give them a chance to win a few more ball games. A new head coach will come in, and I think that'll be his first move, trying to find a way to get the defense back on track.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Out of his end zone, Fitzpatrick buying time to his left. And now another one thrown incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're indeed going. It's Fitzpatrick. And this one caught by Cameron Braid. And he'll be out of bounds right at about the 10-yard line. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line. 49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal. Breida, CD, an undrafted free agent from a season ago. And with McKinnon out, he's really helped fill the running void for the 49ers.
Yeah, remember, they got Jared McKinnon as a free agent and expect him to be a 3-down back for them. As you mentioned, out for the season with an ACL injury. Almost fitting that Matt Breida stepped into the breach for him. They were college teammates at Georgia Southern. Breida leading the league in rushing, tied for the lead, I should say, through the first 3 weeks of the season. And don't forget in reserve, Kyle Juszczyk, their fullback.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Levante David in there to drop him for a loss of 10, and it'll be 4th and long. Is able to put it through, and the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. You end up having to take 3 there.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On 1st and 10, Fitzpatrick. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
And as a defender, if you come with 2 interceptions in a game, that's pretty rare in the NFL. You might see one guy a weekend do that. But to have 2 in the first quarter, that's something you don't see all that often. I have a feeling they'll think twice about throwing in his direction too often.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one goes for 24 yards.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd. It's Garoppolo being chased out left. And he lost the football. And the Buccaneers have it. He had gained really good yardage. That's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
Fitzpatrick now after the fumble recovery. It's caught by Mike Evans. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one goes for 36 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Now Fitzpatrick, flush to his right. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the former Super Bowl MVP, Malcolm Smith. Now that we sit in the postseason, let's talk about some of these awards we've been hitting on all year, Charles. MVP, what do you think?
Well, I think it's going to come down to Patrick Mahomes, the quarterback at Kansas City, Drew Brees, quarterback New Orleans, and Aaron Donald, the defensive tackle for the Los Angeles Rams. I ultimately think that Mahomes wins this.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
Well, from what we've seen thus far, this is not a formula for winning football. When you have more turnovers than points scored, that's a tough way to try and win a game.
Following the interception here, Fitzpatrick. And incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. to throw again. Fitzpatrick. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes his quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe when we look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. No gain on the screen there. It's second down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
Garoppolo to his tight end, Kittle, for a Niner first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Garoppolo on first down. And avoids the contact by sliding. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Here we go. 21.
They run with Breida. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
How many times do we say in this game is speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways. In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Garoppolo now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's first down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment, takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And Gold is able to put it through. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals. It's 6-3. So we're trading first-half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. We got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a kick.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be a 2nd down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Now the Buccaneers go ahead and take another timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? From the gun, it's Garoppolo. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
I got you. Here we go.
They get it to him running left. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. Jackson now to return. Deshaun Jackson off to the races. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20. And he takes it the distance. No time remaining.
No cloth on the field.
Yeah, no flags, and it's a kickoff return to end the first half. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front. That'll be taken in the end zone. Oh, now he bowls him over. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. Steps away to his left. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. Escaping the pressure right. He's got it at the 15. A big 3rd down play there for the Niners. 56 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside. and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Give them 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
They'll get a couple of yards on the keeper, but it's going to lead to a 4th down. So the snap will come from the 3, but remember, they don't need the touchdown. They can get the first down if they get a yard, and the ball gets to the 2.
Go ahead.
They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And that will force a turnover on downs. They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And they'll get him down up past the 15. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Really strong, effective run there out of a power set or a heavy set. 3 tight ends in the game, and that's tough for a defensive coordinator. They want to spot that.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones, 82 yards. And the Bucs are able to strike for 6. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
That's fielded in the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
How many times in the course of a game do you talk about momentum plays? And I think we just saw one there.
Absolutely.
Just scored, right?
Just took the lead.
Just took the lead, went downfield, got the ball free again and picked it up. They got a chance to...
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Cameron Brate, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. On second down, here's Garoppolo. Dancing to his left. Now he's going to let it go. That's caught inside the 20. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. A big play there for the Niners. 52 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Flushed out right. This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Second and goal from inside the 5. They come out here in the eye. They get it to him running left. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. A great play there. His second touchdown of the night. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Now a toss going left. And he will get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the 4th. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. A beautiful fake. So out come the Bucs now. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Trying a little razzle-dazzle on third and short. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
But when we go back to our conversation with the defensive coordinator, that type of a play was...
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Malcolm Smith. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. And it'll be third down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Here's Brian Anger now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off on the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Heady on that one, huh? Getting out of bounds before the 2-minute warning. They get an extra timeout, extra opportunity to move the ball downfield. Very smart football.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. That Garoppolo, maybe a free play. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
21.
Here's Breida. And an alley to run. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. 50 yards. And the 49ers have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. And now it's blocked. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
But that certainly felt like an example of the defense just saying, okay, we've had enough. We've gotten mashed all night long. About time we got a good play in. But flip it over to the offensive side. They've got to be really upset that they allowed a play like that to happen. They were pitching such a great game. They want to keep it going.
A dump underneath to Jones. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete here. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
The first carry here for Jaquiz Rogers. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1. They still got 2 timeouts. Got to start using them, don't they?
You absolutely have to. You save them for this situation, but you have to use them.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
He's back to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. And, oh, the stadium clock says 0, but the one on your screen is the one that matters. And the officials say, yes, it's a timeout with 1 second left to go. And a field goal try forthcoming to potentially send us to overtime. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. They'll toss it to Breida. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Overtime here out west, and you got a team from the Eastern time zone. Maybe their body clock's a little thrown off, or is that overhyped?
I don't think it's overhyped. And I think that for most teams, you're hoping that your mind overrules your body, because your body's looking for slippers and bedtime things, right? They're looking for the pajamas. But in this case, you've got to stay with it mentally. And what a lot of teams do, they never change their watches. They always say on East Coast time and just go ahead that way to try and defeat any of the effects of moving to the West.
Oh, and it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. You throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
And this is caught by Jackson. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains. So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime, that's not a bad idea. Go with the age and the experience.
Yeah, because sometimes the young guys, they give you the fresh legs and give you all that bounce. But in this type of a situation, sometimes those legs slow down a little bit as the enormity of the moment overwhelms them. The veteran guys, they tend to come through.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, to play with.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. On second down, it's Jones. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll try and run for it with Jones. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. Got to be careful here. They need to move quickly, but it's also 4th. They'll run it with Jones. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a 1st down. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. 1st down, Fitzpatrick. Forced out to his left. And that is incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Fitzpatrick. Evans has it left side. The 20, 10, and he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it